Hey guys, it's me, cyoubx, and as you can see, I still have a very awkward microphone setup that I'm working on. But aside from that, today we're going to be reviewing the camcuber ZhanChi Special Edition. There are plenty of mixed feelings about this cube right now, so hopefully watching this video will answer some of those questions for you. This cube is from Speed Cube Shop. Thank you, Cameron, for allowing me to test this cube. It's really an honor for me to be able to review this. The camcuber ZhanChi comes in two different versions. The standard edition is $34.99, while the special edition, which is the one I have in this video, is $39.99. So which one should you get? Or should you actually just get a regular cube and do the lubing yourself? We'll go over that in a few minutes. As you would expect, the size and weight is the same as regular unmodded, unlubed ZhanChi, but what makes this cube so special compared to other ZhanChis out there is that this cube isn't modded at all. Cameron has found a rather elusive method of lubricating cubes that supposedly makes this cube one of the best. But aside from the lube job, I noticed that there are a lot of other interesting perks about the camcuber ZhanChi. First, we go over the turning, which is probably the most intriguing part about this cube. Every morning when I pick it up, the cube is slow and gummy, just like when I first got it. However, within 20 seconds or about 2 sols, the cube becomes extremely fast again. It's almost like the lube sets overnight, and it has to be rebroken in every single time you put it down for a while. Even though that seems troubling, I actually found it to be really useful, because in the morning, I certainly can't cube that well, and the slower cube actually seems to be warming up with me. Once the cube is in its fast state though, I have a really hard time using any other 3x3. The first few days I used the cube, I can't say I really liked it. To be honest, it felt exactly like a Lubix ZhanChi. In fact, I did a blind test where I jumbled the two cubes, the Lubix ZhanChi and the camcuber ZhanChi, in front of me, and I closed my eyes, put a blindfold on, and then I tried to determine which cube was which by feel. Out of 20 trials, I was only correct 5 times. There are a couple of different ways to interpret this, but it is pretty apparent that I had a lot of difficulty determining which one was which, and in fact it was worse than just random guessing, so it really did feel the same to me. However, now that I've used both cubes for a few days more, I can definitely tell the two apart. The modified Lubix ZhanChi is definitely smoother. The camcuber ZhanChi definitely isn't clicky, but it feels crispier with a slight scratchy sound. This difference is so minimal though that most people wouldn't notice it. So what makes this cube better? Cameron states that each cube is tensioned by hand to enable great corner cutting and avoid lockups and pops. I found this to be partly true. The tensions that he set were great for corner cutting and avoiding lockups, but they didn't really prevent pops. In fact, on the tensions that he set, I got 5 or 6 explosions. I ended up tightening the cube and the pops have disappeared. Even though I found the tensions to be a little loose, I will say that the tensions were extremely even, and the cube really did feel like it was good to go out of the box. Even with the tighter tensions, the cube's performance is outstanding. The corner cutting is well over 45 degrees, and past its threshold, it just automatically reverse corner cuts. Because of this great corner cutting, the cube really can't lock up because it's just going to corner cut one way or the other at every single instance. Based on the performance of the cube, it almost seems like it is modded, but to show you that it's not, here is an edge piece and a corner piece. You can see how it's just lubed and not modified in any way. So the performance is top notch, but I can't say that that warrants the $40. However, there are yet more things that make this cube really amazing. First, the stickers. The camcuber ZhanChi is stickered with CubeSmith stickers and the camcuber color scheme. It has white, fluorescent green, regular orange, bright blue, red, and regular yellow. Not only do these colors look great, but they work well. The contrast is spectacular, and differentiating them during a solve is not an issue. There are other minor details I noticed. Cameron has taken the time to remove flash from the pieces. I don't know which pieces have been cleaned up, but at least on my cube, I realized a couple things. The edges feel more beveled than other Diane cubes I own. They feel smooth, where other cubes feel jagged and sharp, like on the Lubix ZhanChi. But possibly the best thing I noticed was the center caps are on flush. Generally, Diane cubes have a tendency to have a spongy center cap. Even on the Lubix ZhanChi, you can see how the caps aren't really in all the way. On the camcuber ZhanChi, these caps don't budge. Overall, these little fixes are what make the camcuber ZhanChi so special. It makes the cube seem like a finished product. By now, we've seen cubes modified and lubed different ways, but no one has really taken the time to perfect the exterior. However, the camcuber ZhanChi does, and for me it's the tiebreaker between the popular Lubix ZhanChi and this. Recommending this cube is an easy task. I say yes. I think we've gotten past the point of having a cube that has great performance. To me, a great or even perfect cube has to feel like a finished product. With these stickers and the touch-ups on the pieces, I have to say that the camcuber ZhanChi delivers. However, not all people would agree with me. For a lot of people, performance is all that matters, and in that case, I can't say $40 is warranted. But I think this cube is a premium product or even a novelty item. Certainly not everyone will buy one, but those who do will end up with a really flashy cube. From Cameron's perspective, the price does need to be this high. This cube is gaining popularity, and Cameron just doesn't have the time available to make so many camcuber ZhanChis. He is only one person, and I do think that that is a smart price. From a consumer's perspective, you're not getting ripped off. Whatever lube is in this cube works, and aside from that, this cube has a premium feel and look. Regarding the two different versions of the camcuber ZhanChi, I can't say I really recommend the standard edition. In a way, the camcuber ZhanChi is a branded product, and it just isn't the real deal if you don't get the full package. So if you are planning on getting one, I would say to go with the special edition with the camcuber colors. In short, if performance is all that matters to you, I would probably suggest something like a Lubix ZhanChi that's a little bit cheaper. But if you want something that's truly spectacular, the camcuber ZhanChi special edition is definitely the way to go. It's pretty rare that I think this highly of cubes, but I have no problem giving the camcuber ZhanChi an A. The performance of this cube is wonderful. The corner cutting is absurdly good, and it just doesn't lock up. I personally found the tensions to be a little loose, but tightening the cube removed all of the pops. We've seen similar performance with other cubes in the past, but it's these little fixes that Cameron makes that really sets this cube apart. The stickers are great, and the cube just feels like a finished product. As far as the lube job is concerned, I have my own speculations, but whatever he does, it works. This cube is my new main, and I can't really see myself replacing it anytime soon. I can't thank you enough, Cameron, for sending this to me, and thank you all for watching. Toodles.